Hi everybody, this is David Businelli coming to you from the offices of Studio 16 Architecture in Staten Island, New York. Since joining AMA, my eyes have been open. I thought that I knew how to market my firm, but I learned that I did not very quickly. I learned that rolling up my sleeves and doing the work myself was not going to make me successful nor rich. I had been lulled into complacency after years of growing the firm. I had a staff of 12 prior to the recession. In 2008, when everything crashed, I shed staff, and by the fall of 2010 it was only myself and my business partner. My firm was in survival mode for years. In that time I searched on and off for a marketing education devoted to architects to no avail. In the past 5 years I and my family have suffered and are still suffering extreme financial hardship which I won't get into. In July I found Enix Site, the business of architecture, then the AMA. So now the fun part, the growth. Almost immediately upon joining AMA, I discovered that I had already had many of the things discussed in the AMA in place. I had been doing feasibility studies and analyses for potential projects for years. I have now made this standard practice, and I've done 4 of them since October. I had also done a couple of brochures for target markets. I have a good website which people really like, and I started advertising on house.com. I had been utilizing social media to the best of my ability for several years, and I've really ramped it up in recent months, but I had never thought that it all could have been codified into a cohesive and powerful marketing strategy. I have identified 3 markets in which we are strong: high-end custom homes and commercial projects for family and privately owned businesses, including institutional organizations, as well as early childhood development facilities. I have chosen to focus on the residential market first. I think that once I master the art of the value-based proposal and getting big fees in that market, I will be able to get high-paying commercial clients in the same way. I have started a print newsletter, the first of which went out in March, which features an interview with a prominent person. The first interview was with Vernon Reed, the guitarist for the rock band Living Colour, who happens to be a friend of a client of mine. I have identified the Dirty 30, which will receive the newsletter. I have produced a Monkey's Fist, which I have given out to several clients already, potential clients. Just got to get it back up on my website. I began taking credit cards. I wrote my firm's first strategic plan that I now refer to constantly and have pinned up to my wall. I now refer to myself in my email signature and in correspondence as the CEO of Studio 16, not for any accolades or for any recognition, but to constantly remind myself that that is the role that I now have in the firm. I am transitioning from draftsman to firm leader, which is a very, very important step. I now spend, sorry about that, much more time acting as the CFO and setting the vision for the firm and making it happen. Lead tracking has begun regularly, and I am scheduling meetings, phone calls, and lunches with people on my Dirty 30 so that they remember who I am and what I do, so that I can generate more referrals from them. I had been in the past several years kind of hiding here in the office and not getting out there in public much for several reasons, again, which I won't go into. But now I am getting myself out there more and more, beginning to spread myself around, show my face at more events, again, to help grow the firm. Fear cannot be a part of any of this, and fear is what had led me to retreat from the time of the collapse of the business up until, let's say, the new year. I'm going to say that's when I really began to emerge from the shell. I have set some pretty high goals for myself in the strategic plan, but I think that I will be able to hit them. I know I've run long with this, but if you'll indulge me and let me do this for the extra minute, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for listening to my story.